Okay, so this is my first talk on this painting. Like I said, the idea for this painting came to me in a dream in the late or the second half, not in the second half of the 90s. I'm going to talk about this image right here in particular, right there. That center circle is really what appeared to me most clearly in the dream. I did sketches of this around that time. I did a painting which had that image in it. And so I have an image of that painting, and there's that image. So this is the part that appeared to me most clearly in the dream. This is the part that appeared to me most clearly in the dream. And so I knew the concept, which would involve all of these layers made up of these circular wooden walls, like a cross section of a tree, but I didn't see all the details clearly in all the other layers. The dream was simply, I was in the basement in my father's house, and I was painting this painting, and that was the central, that image there, and it gave me a very strange feeling as I was looking at it. It was like a feeling of longing, and as you could see, this central circle, or obviously not a perfect circle, was closed off. All the others would open to one another, except that central one with this image. And so this portion of the painting, this idea was the idea that was the most mysterious to me, the feeling of it. So I was reflecting and thinking upon this, the meaning of this, for years. What did it mean? And what I realized is it shows the opposite of what had happened in the biblical account. So there you have Adam and Eve, and they are Adam is reaching his arm through the mirror. So they're in a mirror, and so the mirror shows the opposite. When you look in a mirror, you're seeing the opposite. And so this image is showing the opposite of what happened. So Adam is reaching his arm through the surface of the mirror. He's on the other side of the mirror. And the surface of the mirror was rippling like water. So kind of like when you look into the surface of a lake or a pond, you see your reflection, and the reflection shows the opposite of the actual objective image. And so Adam is reaching his hand through, and he's the one taking the fruit from the tree. It's not Eve, as in the biblical account. It's Adam. And the fruits were oranges in the dream. people tend to think of that caricature image. When they think about Adam and Eve, they think of the apple. So in this, it's the opposite. It's orange. And people talk about apples and oranges as opposites of one another. So the orange is being taken by Adam rather than the apple by Eve. I know in the Bible it doesn't say what fruit it is, but that's kind of a common way people think about it. And instead of the serpent being in the tree or by the tree there enticing Eve, there was an image representing God, and he was nude. And it's an uncomfortable image, but that's exactly how it appeared to me in the dream. And now I'm a pastor, and so it is an uncomfortable image to think of God in the nude, and everybody's in the nude there. And in the Bible, it said that God made man in his image, or mankind, male and female, he made them. And so here you have it look as though God is facing the mirror, but in the mirror are his creations. And the Bible says God made them in his image. So the mirror presents the image. But on the other hand, the image is opposite, in a sense, the one looking into the mirror. So man is not God. The creature is opposite of the creator. It's a symbolic, obviously a symbolic image. So, in the Bible, Eve had taken of the fruit of the tree of knowledge, and then Adam and Eve were forbidden from eating of the fruit of life. So here, being the opposite, it's showing maybe the way things were supposed to be, where Adam is taking of the tree of life, and it is approved by God, rather than Eve taking of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil with the serpent there. Here's God is here, and so it seems to be showing what should have been. But as I mentioned, it's closed off, and it's not the way things went. Maybe the feeling that I had as I looked at this was a longing for correcting something or getting something right that I would no longer be able to correct. So there may be that personal meaning to this as well. A feeling within myself of having a longing to get to somehow to maybe return to a place of innocence and to make the wrong things right or correct them. But just as in the painting, that's closed off. It's done. And this isn't the way that things turned out. So I'm thinking there may be that personal connection. Obviously, there is a personal connection with the meaning of this. As mentioned, the idea of God as a nude ancient man and everybody being nude, well, maybe I was thinking of the idea of God being totally revealed, nothing hidden in this place of perfection where there was no sin. In the Bible, that's what it does say, that Adam, the man and his wife, were naked and they were not ashamed. Before sin, they were naked and there was no shame. The shame and the clothing and the covering up came after sin. So maybe that's something to think about there. But that was the image, and that was really the first part of the painting that I completed. And if there's anything more that comes to mind on this, I'll make some more videos on it. Otherwise, I'll just go to the other parts and go into the other things. The other details of this painting were not the result of images that came from the dream. Like I said, in the dream, I was looking at this central piece, this central part. And I knew the concept of the painting, so it would involve the entire history of the world, but I didn't see all the details. So those will be much easier for me to explain. Some of them I'll probably have to find my notes and see what I have written down on that. But those I did, obviously, they weren't the images that came to me in a dream. But this central one was the one that was most mysterious to me. This central image here. And everything else surrounding it was really I didn't really see those details in the dream. And so all of that is obviously going to be much easier for me to explain. So that's the first installment. For any of those that are interested in it. And this, I'll show this as well. The actual painting I'm having framed right now, but this is the actual size of the painting. This print that I had made, and so you could see that image there is about the size of the top of my thumb. This image that you're looking at. The details are very small. I used this jeweler's magnifying glass to work on this. And I've been very influenced by the miniature paintings of the illuminated manuscripts, among other things. All right, hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.